political storm is hitting Tamil Nadu, one after the another, and we have the state BJP leader, Vinoj Selvam. Thank you so much for speaking to us. First and foremost, now Sengottaiyan has joined Tamil Nadu. However, the Deputy Chief Minister Udhayanidhi claims that it is because of Amit Shah, and he says that Sengottaiyan has not moved on to any other party, but only a branch of it.
It is highly disappointing that, when the rains are blistering through the state of Tamil Nadu and the farmers in the Delta region are suffering because of the loss of crops and lakhs of acres of land has been submerged in deep water. And even in Chennai, the so-called 5,000 crore package model has completely failed the people already, and just for 24 hours of rain, half the city is submerged in knee-deep water, and people are cribbing and crying over it. So instead of focusing his attention, being the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, focusing attention on the plight of the farmers, plight of the common man, instead of commenting on that, the very fact that he is bothered about one politician moving from one party to another and sitting and making comments over that goes to show the priorities of the DMK. So the DMK has now prioritized people, and even right now they are just very shaken by what could possibly happen, what could be the outcome, what could be the alliance which is going to set in the 2026 assembly elections, because the DMK knows that they are on a very shaky wicket. So right now they are just trying to ridicule and belittle other political parties and trying to project themselves as a strong political organization. But unfortunately, they should realize that they have failed the people on their promises. If the silos were constructed on time as per the election promise of the DMK in the Delta region, today the farmers would have had a better chance of storing their grains. Now lakhs of crores of material worth of grains have been all washed away in the water. So the facilities, the warehousing, the cold storage, the silos, nothing has been done. So instead of fulfilling your promises to the people, you come out here and you just make jibes and comments on other politicians. It's not going to help you score any points for the coming up elections.
And the second aspect seems to be that DMK Minister I, Periyasamy, he is alleging malpractice over SIR. In fact, he held a press conference claiming that Tahsildar of a certain area has completely marked 7,000 voters as shifted, and he is questioning whether it's been done at the behest of the central government.
It is funny that the DMK's leaders actually have the audacity to call for a press meet talking about malpractice. Let us not forget that the ex-Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Karthigai, was popularly known as the father of scientific corruption. So corruption is one thing, but scientific corruption where you don't get caught is another thing. And the DMK has always mastered the artery of that. From the allegations that they are the first party to start counterfeit votes to the cash for votes, everything was introduced by the DMK. Today, now they're trying to manipulate the SIR also and do it in their favor. But there are a very few government officers who are sticking to the line of law, and they are actually shifting the votes which have left these areas. Over the last 20-21 years, several people from several areas have shifted to different areas, to upcoming areas, to other cities, to other states, even left the country. But their votes still remain on the electoral roll, and unfortunately on election day, DMK usually polls on their behalf. Now that is being removed, and now this is causing jittery amongst the DMK, and this is the fear which is being expressed through the press meets. It is almost like admitting the defeat even before the elections are being announced, and that is what the DMK is doing right now.
But Madras High Court Madurai bench has allowed lighting of Karthigai Deepam over the Thiruparankundram hill. However, CPM MP Su Venkatesan calls it as a move to instigate riot. How does BJP see this?
Before the opposition, the political parties, especially the DMK and its allies, were only hitting out at the opposition parties. Now they're not even sparing the courts. So communal violence is in the blood of parties like the CPM and the CPI. Now these are all just branch offices of a political organization based out of India. So they seeming bother about peace and tranquility in the country itself seems like a big sham, and they have never been interested in that. He needs to go see the neighboring state of Kerala, where certain districts have been completely radicalized. So instead of bothering about all that, he comes and talks about a very fair judgment is being passed. Already the DMK government tried to rename the hill as Sikandar Hill, and fortunately, the High Courts intervened, the Supreme Courts intervened, and the name was retained. They said the name cannot be changed, and Thiruparankundram will be Thiruparankundram. It's the abode of Lord Muruga, and trying to change the identity will never be allowed. It is very unfortunate that over the years, the lighting of the sacred lamp, the Karthigai Deepam, has been banned on Thiruparankundram at the behest of certain people, and the DMK has always played ball with it. Today, the courts have allowed that this process can be continued and it can be reinitiated, and we are very happy. And the substantial police production should be allowed for this to be continued, and this should happen year after year henceforth, and no force should be able to stop these rituals from being carried out.
Well, Mayor Priya, while speaking to India Today, has said that all necessary measures have been taken to see to that there is no untoward incident to this rain. Do you see any kind of development on this on the ground?
See, we have visited places across the city, and even if your crew had gone around, if you see these places where the rainwater drains connect to the canals, you only find the sewerage water flowing through them, which means there is no difference between rainwater and sewerage water. They're all getting connected in the same place. So the contractors basically have just dug out a small hole and connected these pipelines into the drain line. So this is a very big allegation which has to be earthed out, and the truth has to come out. So where did the 5,000 crores go is a very big question. And in half the places, the rainwater is not even working. We just find empty pits and the water is not even going. In fact, stagnation has already started to happen. And once the stagnation begins, it is going to cause an humpty number of problems, including diseases being spread. So the corporation as such has failed miserably. The Honorable Mayor seems more like a primary kindergarten student, absolutely lacking knowledge of what has to be delivered to the people. And it is very sad that a city like Chennai has completely lost its charm, and DMK has ruined the fabric of the city over the last four and a half years.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Vinoj Selvam, who very clearly states that a lot needs to be done when it comes to handling stormwater in Chennai. With Daniel, Pramod Madhav for India Today.